Welcome and thanks for tuning in to The Solution Is You. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who took time to visit with me here on the channel. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. With that, let me go ahead and get right into today's subject. It's a quick subject. So today's topic is on tolerate versus appreciate. So there's nothing like being in a relationship and you find out that you are only being tolerated and not appreciated. How many of you can relate to this? So let's say you've been in a relationship about 2 years and you have ups and downs and everything seems to be smooth. Like you think that the relationship is cool, everything is fine. Um, Arguments are minimal, but no different from anyone else. And so when you go out, everything is fun, and you feel like that you two have a lot in common and you have similar interests and goals and things like that. So you feel like you both are on the right track. But after 2 years, maybe you get into it over finances or something, and or it could be family, and you get into it, and then you determine that you only being tolerated and not appreciated. So I feel like a lot of people are in this situation where they confuse the two. They feel as if they're being appreciated and not necessarily tolerated, and they don't find out that they're only being tolerated until an issue come up, and it's being hidden by a lot of the fun times and the fun things that you experience together. This tolerance is being hidden by that. And so it's important that we understand when you are being appreciated. And so usually when you're being appreciated, someone goes out of their way and they're consistent with it. So consistently day in, day out, they're going out of their way to make sure that you are comfortable. They're going to make sure that all of your issues are being met. And this doesn't necessarily mean that every single day, everything that you're going through should be taken care of and you shouldn't have any worry at all. But what this means is there's a commitment and there's a dedication to doing whatever your significant other can to make sure that you are in a good place, mentally and physically. And so this is something that's just done consistently, and effort is what we're looking for. But a lot of times, some people are just being tolerated. So have you ever felt like you're being used? So if you're being used for, um, what are people mostly used for? So they mostly used for finances, money, mostly used for gifts, which again, that ties into money. Maybe you're being used for your connections. Maybe you have connections to other people, which again, in some way, ties into some type of influence or power, which ultimately ties into money. So, what are some of the other things that people are influenced by? It could be sex, it could be a relationship with someone else. There's so many things why people tolerate individuals, and but we have to find ways to protect ourselves while we are with whoever we are with. And tolerance and appreciation are not just something that exists with relationships, um, personal relationships, but they also exist with business relationships. But I like to focus in on personal relationships because that is what most people can relate to, and it's a big issue when it comes to keeping people together and keeping things on one accord and making sure that we are having healthy relationships. So healthy communication is one of the biggest things or indicators that can determine if someone is just tolerating or appreciating you. If you find that you always have to initiate conversation with someone, then that could be an indication that you're only just being tolerated. Because usually, when someone really appreciates you, they have no problem picking up the phone, talking to you, asking you how your day is. And this is something that just happens without you even taking action. This is someone, sometimes they'll call you, you'll call them. Doesn't matter if it's day or night, they reach out to you, send you a text message just to see how you are doing. That's one of the biggest indicators. If you find that you are always reaching out to someone all the time and they never hit you up unless they want something, whether it be some type of resources or something, that's the only time that they hit you up, then you might need to look at that as you just being tolerated. So that means a person can just put up with you and sometimes just put up an act until they get what they need and then they're gone. How many of you have experienced this? So we all have experienced this at some point in time. And sometimes a lot of us, we ignore the red flags. So we see these type of actions and we do nothing about it because there could be something else that we believe that offsets this type of behavior. So it could be good sex, it could be good conversation, it could be that the person's buying you something. So then you ignore it because you're like, this, as long as this person is doing this, then that's going to outweigh this. And in some cases, that can be true, in certain cases. But a lot of times when you find yourself trying to piece your relationship back together or your friendship back together, the gift giving and all of that, it's just not worth it. And so, it's an empty feeling you have when you've put so much into someone, whoever that may be, and it doesn't pay off for you, or you feel at the end that you're not appreciated. And this could mean that you missed all the flags, all the red flags, that somebody was just tolerating you. So you have to ask yourself, am I being appreciated or tolerated? I thank you for listening to me today. Please understand that the solution is you. With that, have a great day.